There are some very dedicated people out there that strive for that beautiful 100% completion PlayStation account, but I am not one of them. And that's for a number of reasons, not just the stress of trying to keep up with a list like that, but more so because there's already trophies I can never earn. For a wide variety of reasons, there's a handful of games on my list or a handful of trophies that I just cannot obtain anymore. We've all been plagued by the unobtainable trophy from time to time, server closures, and things like that. And after my last video, folks said it would be interesting to go take a look on my profile at what I can no longer obtain. So we're going to do just that. So welcome back, everybody. As always, these are going to be a low-key, kind of podcast-style, conversational sort of video. Perfect opportunity for you to pop me up on a second screen or your phone. Maybe do some trophy hunting yourself and work your way towards one of these trophies before they themselves become unobtainable. And if you do, let me know what you're working on right now. That's always interesting for me to hear. But with that, we are going to jump right on over to the PlayStation Profiles account. And I'm going to load all the games here. And then we are going to, once that finishes spinning, we're going to filter with unobtainables. So this should be, yes, everything on my list that has unobtainable trophies. We're just going to go down one by one. Starting with Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Psych. Not really starting with Mirror's Edge Catalyst because that's actually one of the few that I do have. For those that are unaware, though, there were a few unobtainable online-only trophies in this game. That server has since gone down as of, I believe, December 2023. So hopefully you squeezed this one out and got your platinum in time. That's actually when I went back and got the platinum, is I went to do those trophies and I just kind of kept playing. So our true first opportunity here is going to be Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. This is actually the current stack, which is very surprising for me to see. I guess let's find out what's unobtainable here. 2 unobtainable trophies. A patch broke this trophy sometime in May 2024. So a lot of times it's pretty much always the platinum will show unobtainable if there's one unobtainable trophy, because obviously you can't get the platinum if one of the trophies is unobtainable. But okay, it actually looks like this is a really simple trophy. Thankfully, I got that one a long time ago, so I will still be able to get the Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout Platinum, at least this stack. Stay tuned for that, I have to say. Next one up here, we have Destruction All-Stars. This is a phenomenal game, by the way. Okay, not phenomenal. This is a fine game, by the way. A pretty good game, by the way. Or at least it was back in the day. Looks like there's 21 unobtainable trophies. Oh my gosh. So as of May 30th, 2024, so not too long ago, a couple of months, looks like the servers must have gone online for this one, and a lot of these are no longer available. Yeah, there's a ton of these I never got. I did not play very much of this game at all. Look at how rare all these trophies are. Man, if you were playing and grinding the platinum for Destruction All-Stars, you have almost an entire list of ultra rare trophies. That is just ridiculous. Very interesting. But yeah, I played a little bit of this game, not too much. I mean, you can see like there's like a week in 2021 where I was playing it a little bit, but that's about it. I probably should have put a little bit more time into it, but now that the servers have closed, I will no longer be able to do this. Look, you can see I won 2 out of my 50 online matches, and they were with 2 different All-Stars, so just wasn't in the cards for me. But hopefully all of you went and got your online trophies for Destruction All-Stars while it was available. Next one up here, I am aware of this one, Killzone Mercenary. I think this was a pretty popular, pretty well-known server closure as well. Yeah, shut down on August 12th, 2022. So it's been down a couple years now, so I can't get the platinum. And I can't complete these 100 multiplayer game rounds and one of every mode. And an Ace Valor card ranking, whatever that may be. But yeah, I did not... I actually knew that these servers were going down at the time, but I just did not want to grind out 100 multiplayer rounds. And so I let that one fall off, honestly. And that's the beauty of not striving for 100% completion. If you look at my account, It won't show it here, but if we go back, I have a 62.86% completion. And my personal goal is to get that up to 75%. I think 75% is a really good balance between like focusing on completion, but leaving yourself room to either let some online trophies go by that you're really not in the mood for, or play games that you're interested in, but maybe have kind of unappealing trophy lists. It doesn't force you to do every trophy in every game, but it still, I think, demonstrates, I like to go for trophies where it's reasonable. So I'm always working towards upping that to 75%. That'll happen someday. Next one up here. Oh, this one pains me. Guitar Hero 5. As you can tell, I only have one trophy in this game. Fill your rock meter all the way. Oh, so painful. So what happened here is I actually got this at a garage sale, I think. The PS3 version of Guitar Hero 5. I got it at a garage sale, and I just popped it into my PS3 to test it, to see does the guitar work, does the game work, etc. So I booted it up. I probably played like one song, maybe half of a song, and I happened to pop a trophy. And so I don't have that stuff. I think I ended up trading it off or selling it. Like, I was not really intending to keep the stuff that I got at that garage sale. So I didn't ever even meant to get this trophy. I always played Rock Band and Guitar Hero on Xbox. All of my, plastic instruments, all my copies of all the games, they're all on Xbox. So I never really even intended a trophy hunt on it. But unfortunately, there is this crazy 8-player multiplayer trophy and another online one. The servers are offline for this game, so you'll see a bunch of these online trophies that are unavailable. Now, I will actually, I've decided at some point, go back to this game and clean up some of the trophies that I haven't earned. Even if I can't get the platinum, I love Rock Band and I love Guitar Hero. And so I still think it would be a good time to go back to the game and play some of these and just earn some, earn like the songs in quick play, 5 stars, some songs. Like, I'd be able to do a fair number of these. Some of these, like, play a song with 4 bass guitarists, with 4 vocalists. I'd never be able to do that. Unless you can start it up without actually having the instrument, unless you can do it with 4 controllers, I would never be able to do that. So, yeah, I will go back to this one at some point, but yeah, multiplayer server closure means it's not for me. Here's an interesting one for folks that don't know. So, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, this OR stack. When you see this little OR here, usually this stack, this like region code, signifies what like global region the game came out in. So it's usually North America or EU or, occasionally like Korean or JP. But in this case, I think OR stands for original, because at some point, years ago at this point, like 2021, it'll probably tell us. No, it doesn't. But yeah, at some point this game went free to play, and they took it down and they launched it with a new client. And the new client also had a new trophy list associated with it. That was actually the other trophy list that we just saw, where there was an unobtainable trophy randomly due to a patch this like last month. But this one, as soon as that old client went away, no one could play it. You can't download it anymore. So every trophy on this list that you didn't earn by that time became unavailable. So when I was playing Fall Guys, it was mostly in the month of August 2020, it looks like, which is probably right around when it came out. This was like a party game at my house. Me and my wife were playing it. Friends came over and were playing it. We weren't really like thinking about grinding the trophies, and I kind of just always assumed I'd have the time, and then one day it sort of slipped away from me, and now I just don't have the opportunity to go back and get these. So this will probably remain the list that I have that has the most unobtainables. Let's see, it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 trophies that I'll just never be able to obtain again. And that's a shame, because this game is really good. All right. Hey, launch the original Fall Guys client. All right. Can we get a petition started to bring this client back? Kind of feeling like that's not going to be possible. But All right, next one up here, Indivisible, which is interesting because this is a single-player game. I actually don't know why these are unobtainable. Let's find out. First, let's look at what they are. Hopefully they're not spoilery. Oh, they're DLC. Okay, I'll be able to get those. Oh, interesting. They must be truly bugged. If you look, they have 0, 0, and 0 to earn S ranks on all of these specific challenges. I wonder if it tells us if this just never worked. No. So it must be that this DLC that came out, this challenge DLC, these just must be bugged and they never worked. And honestly, I don't think that this game sold as well as this team was hoping. It was a Kickstarter game, and I think it underperformed a little bit, unfortunately. And as you can tell from when I originally popped these trophies, this was back in 2019. So I don't think there's any chance we're getting a patch on this one. I don't think that these are ever going to be possible. I would feel really bad for someone who does have a 100% completion account that just wanted to earn these, or that just wanted to play this game, you know, maybe played it before the DLC came out, and then they launch this DLC and there's 3 unobtainable trophies, and now your 100% completion is entirely ruined for a single player experience that you thought was totally safe. That would be really frustrating, honestly. That's like one of those use cases where it's like, okay, maybe that person just hides this game off of their account because that's an unforced error, right? Or it's a forced error, I guess. But this is actually a pretty fun game. It's kind of like a little bit of a RPG mixed with a little bit of a side-scrolling gated exploration game. Really beautiful artwork and some pretty good music too. It's not perfect, but I think this game was a little bit... it deserved a little better than what it got, even though I obviously didn't finish it. I played it for like 2 days and then I moved on. All right, next one up here. Oh, I love this game. Onrush. This is a beautiful one. So this is another server closure situation. Can't get all the gear items. Can't collect these Uber tags. I actually got pretty close to this one. I should have gone for this when it went live. Onrush, this game really deserved better than it got. I believe this was a free PS Plus game at some point, and it's like Burnout. It's like multiplayer competitive Burnout, basically. It's like races where you're focusing on destroying enemy cars. Really good sense of speed, very fun, like arcadey style gameplay. I wasn't expecting too much of it. I'm not like a massive car combat guy. You know, I don't like get super into Twisted Metal or anything like that. I do love the Burnout games, at least Burnout 3. But yeah, I played this one for like a week or two in December 2018. And I remember just being addicted to it. I remember being like, wow, this game is way better than I thought it was going to be. So maybe I'll go clean up some of these trophies I didn't get just to kind of, you know, have the unofficial potential platinum on this, just as a way of honoring the game. Although sometimes in a game like this, you know, this was like primarily a multiplayer game. And so sometimes some of these other trophies are technically possible. Like, I don't know, what's one that might be like this? 50 checkmate medals or 100 game time medals. Sometimes those things are technically possible, but only with like a lot of grinding and boosting that takes way longer than it would have when it was a multiplayer game with like an active online community. And so in those cases, I probably wouldn't go in and do it because I don't want to sour my feelings on what was a great game. But yeah, it's a shame. I like this game so much. It would have been a really fun platinum to have on my account, but you know, that's just the way that it falls sometimes. Next one up here, 3D mini golf. Anybody that knows anything about me will know that I'm a sucker for a mini golf game. I have a loose, unofficial goal to collect every mini golf game ever made. They're just goofy, dumb fun. And 3D mini golf in particular is very funny because the physics are basically non-existent. You can crank that ball as fast down the green as you want to, and as long as the ball rolls over the hole, it will go in. So you only have to be accurate. You don't even have to concern yourself with power at all. It's very much janky physics. It's so much so that when we get a shot in real life mini golf that looks like that, me or my wife will say that, oh, that one was operating on 3D mini golf rules. But let's see, what is the unobtainable trophy here? Prom King, you're the uncontroversial winner of the tourney of all tourneys. So just all tournaments. As far as I know, this is an offline game, and some people do have it. I wonder what's going on here. Did they patch it and break it? They did not see. All right, let's do a little... Oh, here. Prom King? Yeah. Oh, this kind soul has opened a forum thread. Tell me what happened, my good friend. All right. Let's do a quick bit of research live on the air here. Version 1.0 of the game, so later patches break it. Version 1.01 is glitched. Okay. Downloadable game from the store is bugged. Well, that's actually good news. So this is actually not unobtainable. I should go get this. I have the physical version of the game, so I can pop it in and stop the download and play the 1.0 launch version of the game. So this should not be unobtainable for me. Good to know. Maybe one that I should focus on sooner rather than later, you know? That's nice to hear. So this is a false alarm, and I am happy to learn it. All right, next up, Final Fantasy 15. Oof. I'm assuming this is one of the DLCs that they took down. This game has so much DLC. Yeah, so the Comrades multiplayer expansion is, I think that they brought this offline and they like rolled it into another game or something like that. And the Comrades 2018 update. So all this Comrades stuff is no longer around. So I won't be able to get any of those. Thankfully, I could still get the platinum on this, although I don't really know. I'm actually probably not that far from the platinum. I probably could just boot up my old save and grind this out without too much effort at all. I'll probably do that at some point, but I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, I don't want to sit here and like dunk on it because I understand why people really like it, and I'm happy for the people that do enjoy it. But I had one of the biggest like turnarounds of opinion on any game with this one. When I started this game, I was so hot on it. I was so enthusiastic with that open world. I was having a ton of fun. I was singing its praises. I was like really, truly, deeply in the honeymoon period. And then as the game went on, as you hit that halfway point, the structure of the game changes a little bit. It just kind of got worse and worse and worse. And by the end, I put it towards the bottom of my Final Fantasy rankings for sure. Now, it's worth noting that I played it right at launch. Like I bought it launch day and played it immediately, which was the absolute worst way to play it because a lot of the story stuff was missing and was added in those later like individual character episodes. And you had to like have watched the anime and stuff to get some context for what was happening in the story, and I did none of that. And so the story just made no sense. At least from my perspective, it made no sense. But I think people that buy the current version of the game, the Royal Edition, or that play those DLCs, which are kind of weaved into the game, it gives you kind of a more cohesive picture of the game, and it actually feels a little more appropriate. But that was not my experience. So, yeah, I won't be able to get 100% on this game, but I could get the platinum on it, which is nice to see. Next one up here, Breach and Clear. So this game is pretty infamous for Vita physical collectors. If you are aware of the company Limited Run Games, that does a huge run of physical pressings, or a huge variety of physical pressings in pretty small quantities, of tons of otherwise digital-only games. This is the first game that they ever put out. It's actually a game developed by the individual that started the company. And it's just kind of like a tactical top-down military shooter. I mean, it's like, it's like a Rainbow Six type of game, but more top-down and tactical than first-person or third-person. It is pretty bland. It's pretty meh. Wasn't a big fan of it when I played it, but I did buy that physical version, and I popped it in just to see what it was all about, right? So in November 2015, I popped a single trophy for clearing a single location. But this trophy Reaper is bugged, and you cannot kill 500 enemies. Sure that it just never worked. Yeah, they don't have any details on it there. Interesting that it's 53.6% common on PlayStation Network. That must be like Must be people hacking or something, or I don't know what the deal is. But I'm sure that it's just, yeah, people using nefarious means to pop trophies. But you can't get this. Thankfully, there's not a platinum. It's only a 100% that I'll never be able to obtain. And it's got a lot of pretty ultra rare trophies, I think, because a lot of these trophies are very grindy and no one really wants to play this game for that long. Not great. So maybe I just didn't give it enough time. You know, who's to say? It's very possible that I just need to give it a little bit more love and it will turn out to be better than I thought. All right, next one up here we have The Last of Us. This is from 2013 when I was playing it, you know, when it was relevant. And this is, of course, server closures when The Last of Us Remastered came out. Eventually that overtook this one. And now Last of Us Part 1 is out. So this is the version twice removed. You can't go do any of these faction trophies. So I'll have to go in and just clean up the rest of them at some point. But this is a trophy list that's very nefarious for, or very notorious. I guess kind of nefarious, depending on how you look at it. For a really brutal set of trophies, you'll beat the game and you'll get like 2 trophies. You'll have like literally I got it for beating it on hard and crafting every item. That's it, because it's all the collectibles that you need to do everything on, or you have to beat the game on New Game Plus with different difficulties, and so it's really harsh. Maybe I'll go back and do a New Game Plus run someday if I can recover my old save. And then there's a bunch of these Left Behind trophies I never got. Oh, there's a bunch of DLC trophies I'll never get. Oh, dang. Okay. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 trophies there that I'll never earn. All right. I didn't know that there was combat DLC. Yeah, 19 unobtainable trophies. No notes on it, but I think we can work out what the reason for that is. And this is going to be a consistent trend you'll find on some of these older games on my account, these older PS3 games, such as Grand Theft Auto 5. My only experience, this is how old I am, my only experience with GTA 5 was playing it when it first released on PS3. Never even on the PS4 version. And certainly not the PS5 version. I played this a little bit in 2013 and that was it. And so you can tell I didn't even do the introduction of GTA Online, let alone all these other ones. So look at how many GTA Online trophies exist. I certainly didn't have the time or attention span to do that. I didn't even beat the single player campaign in this one. And I was never a super big online fan for GTA, or rather, it didn't really appeal to me. I know that it's like the most successful game of all time and a lot of people really love it. But for me, I think of GTA as kind of a solo sandbox experience. So I never went in and even tried the online. And now this version in particular, you can't do. You can do later versions. So if you have one of the more recent versions of GTA 5 that's not the PS3 one, you're still in the clear. Yeah, not only is there's all those, and I think there's some DLC I won't be able to get to. Yeah, all the heists. So, nothing there for me. Ooh, and then we get to 2 of my most painful ones. Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3. So let's start with Uncharted 2. These are for very similar reasons. I can never get the platinum on these, despite having played them back in 2010, because, oh, this kills me. One co-op game. I just didn't play a single cooperative mission. If I had just done that, if I had taken 10 minutes to do that, I would be able to earn this platinum. And I would be able to earn all of the original Uncharted platinums if I got that in 2 and 3. So this is an example of get your multiplayer trophies out of the way early if they are easy to knock out, right? If it's something that's as simple as playing one cooperative game, just go do it. Just go do it. But this one hurts. So painful. I would have loved to have this platinum on my account. And then, of course, all these DLCs, all for the online. I'll never be able to get any of those again. So, but yeah, no platinum for me in Uncharted 2. We miss you, buddy. And then Uncharted 3, you can see I also can't earn the platinum. And why is that, you ask? Oh, I can earn the platinum. Wait. This one I might be able to do? All right, let's look at this. Let's see. Show details. Online servers closed. So you can tell. Yeah, so this is the multiplayer one, a competitive game. So you must be able to, in Uncharted 3, you must be able to do the co-op one offline. So that's good to know. So maybe this one is still possible for me. I should go do this one then. So yeah, then I'd be able to get every Uncharted Platinum other than Uncharted 2. That feels pretty good. And then, of course, yes, there's always going to be DLCs that you can't do because these servers have closed down. Although, interesting that there's a couple random ones that you can. I wonder if these ones forgot to get tagged or if there's alternative ways of doing them. Yeah, I'll have to look into the details of this one a little bit more. There's a lot of just every DLC pack has like 2 or 3 random ones that I can't get. So, yeah, 28 unobtainables, but perhaps the platinum still possible. And then the oldest game on my profile that I cannot earn the platinum on that has unobtainable trophies is Portal 2. And this one I played through. I got most of the trophies, as you can see. I just needed to redo the calibration course with a friend who hadn't played it before and hug 3 different people on my friends list. But the servers are offline and I can no longer do that. I even did some of the co-op, as you can tell. Like, I played through a lot of the co-op courses. I got a lot of the co-op trophies, but I can't, I don't think you can invite people into your game anymore. And so that's no longer obtainable, which is a bummer because this is one of my older games and it would be cool to clean this one up and have an ultra rare platinum out of it, but not to be. Sorry, Portal 2, but I still love you. You're still great. So yeah, that's all of my unobtainable trophies. It's across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 games. But of those, 1, 2, 3, like 4 of them I actually could theoretically do. So about 10 games that are truly impossible. And I would say, I wasn't counting them all up, but there's probably about 100 to 150 trophies that I can never earn. So, I have 9,108 trophies on my account. Here, let's do the napkin math before we say goodbye. Let's bust out the old calculator here. So if I have 9,108 trophies, plus I have 5,335, but let's say we take off, let's make the math easy, let's take off 135 trophies, so 5,200 trophies. So the maximum total number of trophies that I could have is 14,308. So if we add those back in, 14,308. So 14,308 divided by 14,443, 14,308 divided by 14,443. So the maximum completion percentage I could earn on this profile is about 99.1% or 99.06%. So technically I am still in range of a 99% account, which is just as good as a 100% account, right? We'll take that. So yes, that's what I can't earn anymore. Please let me know what you can't earn. And is it because you didn't want to? Because you forgot about something? Did a server closure surprise you? I would love to know. I do appreciate everyone for hanging out and being so kind on the videos lately. All the thumbs up and everything is very much appreciated. Really, really glad to have folks out there that enjoy this stuff like I do. And until next time, peace.